Good evening. Hello, hello. Welcome to Reiki Live. It's Monday night, Valentine's week, and I'm glad you're here. My name is Kerri Wade, and I am the owner of East Valley Healing. I'm a Reiki master, teacher, and a Karuna Reiki practitioner, as well as a hypnotherapist. And I love to come on Monday nights, and I'm going to be sending out some Reiki healing energy to everybody who's watching. So, hello, William. How are you? And so anyway, just settle in and get ready for some Reiki healing. Reiki is a energy modality for healing. It heals on all levels. It actually starts at the spiritual level, and which is the root level. It is beneficial for healing physical issues, emotional issues, mental issues, and spiritual issues as well. And so it's a beautiful hands-on technique. And the word Reiki, translated from Japanese, actually means spiritually guided life force energy. And basically it's an energy that passes through me. The reason we can do this long distance, that it works just as well long distance as it does in person, is because Reiki energy is kind of like radio waves. We can't see them, but we know that they're there. But once attuned to the Reiki energy, I am able to tune into that frequency and bring it through me to deliver it to you. So Reiki never does harm, so it will never hurt you. It's very relaxing, and it's beautiful for any kind of healing. Hello, Sarah Bear. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. And so anyway, so I'm going to be sending out some Reiki energy to you tonight. And I just wanted to talk for a minute about a special that I have this month that I'm doing. As you might have been, if you've been here before, you heard me mention that I'm working on my Yoga Nidra certification. And so I'm incorporating some practice sessions with my Reiki sessions this month. And Yoga Nidra, if you're not familiar with Yoga Nidra is actually a very deep meditative practice. It's very healing, and as it shuts off the mind, basically, we get past that point of the mind. It's a guided process, and it incorporates use of the body, the breath, and awareness. You can set an intention while doing Yoga Nidra as well, which makes it even more healing, in my opinion. I do hypnotherapy as well, and so, you know, I've had people ask me, you know, what's the difference between the Yoga Nidra and hypnotherapy, because they really are similar to the outsider, but actually very different things are happening in your brain when you are doing Yoga Nidra than when you are doing hypnotherapy. So hi Angie, hi guys, welcome, thank you for being here. So during hypnosis, we're switching off the left side of the brain while working directly with the right side of the brain, okay? The unconscious part. In Yoga Nidra, we're working with both sides of the brain, and you can actually see it happening in PET scans. So it's really interesting stuff, but I just wanted to share a few of the really great benefits of the Yoga Nidra. It increases GABA, which is the body's version of Valium. So that will help decrease anxiety and depression, muscle tension, cardiac stress. Also, there have been studies that have been done on breast cancer and PTSD, and there are some beautiful healing benefits with Yoga Nidra through the increase of the GABA. Increases melatonin. This is an antioxidant, and it's what helps us sleep really well. For one, it helps the biorhythms of the body, our biological clock that determines our aging process. Serotonin is increased, and this is great for our memory and our mood. decreased depression, and it tells you when you've had enough. Okay. Oxytocin is increased. This is the pleasure hormone, and it creates feelings of calm, contentment, and security while reducing fear and anxiety, and it also reduces pain. So it's like when we hug somebody or we're with somebody we love and we tell them that we love them, we're releasing our oxytocin, and it's very, very healthy for us. Endorphins are increased. That's our internal painkiller, and it helps with our all-encompassing sense of happiness. It reduces blood pressure, and it's also called an anti-cancer component too. So, component, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Dopamine is increased. This is actually very helpful for people with Parkinson's disease. And so if you know anybody with Parkinson's disease, tell them to get some yoga nidra. It's beautiful. And DHEA, which is meditation will dramatically boost our DHEA. And that's a hormone that's associated with aging, risk of heart attacks, diabetes, cancer, osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis, obesity, and chronic fatigue. Fatigue. Okay, so it decreases cortisol. That's a good thing because cortisol accelerates our aging process. It decreases our bone density. It elevates blood pressure. It suppresses thyroid function. Weakens our cognitive performance. It causes blood sugar imbalances such as hyperglycemia. It decreases our muscle tissue, lowers our immunity. It increases our inflammatory responses in the body, and it increases abdominal fat. We all have heard that about diets and cortisol, right? So it's also related to heart attacks and strokes, and it also increases the levels of the bad cholesterol, the LDL. And it decreases the levels of the good cholesterol. So those are all things that Yoga Nidra can help you with. So basically during a Yoga Nidra session, Yoga Nidra basically means yogic sleep. And so we typically do it lying down, either on the floor or on a massage table or on a bed. And you go into a very deep meditative state. And like I said, through a series of body and breath and awarenesses. And it's so relaxing. 45-minute Yoga Nidra is equivalent to 3 hours of sleep, the yogis say. So anyway, I'm learning more and more about it. I'm really excited about it. But this month with my Reiki sessions, when you book a regular Reiki session, you will also get a complimentary Yoga Nidra session. So what a great way to finish off a Reiki session, right? In addition to that, I think I've talked about it before, I also have the Inframat Pro, which is a heated mat that has crystals in it. It has amethyst, tourmaline, and jade in it. And so it is a heated mat. It has the far infrared therapy and the proton therapy and the negative ion therapy in it. And so it has all kinds of wonderful benefits. I do have information about that on my website, kerriwade.com, that you can go check out. And you can book that Valentine's special, or the February special, I think it's called, on my website. So anyway, I can do all of these distance as well. So not the Inframat. Can't do that distance, sorry. But the other things, Reiki works with the energy system in your body. And it's not a manipulative modality. It's a very peaceful and relaxing. People experience all kinds of different things. So pay attention tonight to what you may be feeling in your body. Some people will experience colors or vibrations or numbness or heaviness, or just they feel things moving around. And so it's a beautiful energy. Like I say, it works on all levels. And all you have to do to receive tonight is just set an intention to receive. So whatever it is that you're working through. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Floor. Whatever it is that you're working through, if you're working through something, Reiki can help with it. It doesn't even have to be just on you and your body, your emotions, your spirit. It can also be on manifesting. So if you're trying to manifest a new job, a new relationship, healing a current relationship, healing issues with your kids, it works beautifully for those things as well. So all you have to do is just set your intention and relax. I've already cleared my space. This is my Reiki room that we are in. And I have already cleared my space with sage. And I've done Reiki in here already to fill the room with Reiki. And so all you got to do is just sit and relax. And I call in my guides, my spirit guides, any beings of the light that would like to assist tonight. Those can include your spirit guides. And perhaps, sometimes we get people from the other side that aren't here anymore that tune in and participate in the healing. So as long as they're beings of the light, they're welcome here. Okay, so hi Terry, how are you? So thank you again for being here. KerriWade.com is my website, and there's information about everything I do on there. Sorry, I have an itchy nose. So I'd invite you, let's just take a deep breath together. And I apologize if I seem a little slow. I'm actually running on 2 hours and 7 minutes of sleep. Last night was not a good night for sleep for me. I was processing and downloading. I had to get up and record some things and write some things down. It was just a crazy night. So my Fitbit showed that, I ended up with 2 hours and 7 minutes of sleep. So I'm kind of running on empty. I did a yoga nidra this afternoon about 5 o'clock. And if it weren't for that, I don't know if I'd be sitting here right now. I might just be asleep. So yoga nidra is great for reviving as well. Okay, hi Eric. So go ahead and get comfortable. And we'll just take a couple of deep breaths to kind of bring our energy down and bring our energy together. And just bring your intention to mind. An intention is something that we work toward. It's different from a goal. When we have a goal, we have basically a set deadline and one specific outcome that we're looking for. Whereas an intention means that we open ourselves to this, and this is the direction that we're heading in. Sometimes, on the way to a goal, your goal may be to go north, but sometimes you have to go south a little bit and east a little bit and maybe back to the west a little bit and then north. And it can be very frustrating, and a lot of people give up on their goals because it's not happening, it's not working. Whereas if you set an intention, just know that you might go south a little bit, you might go east a little bit, you might go to the west a little bit. Eventually you're going to end up north because that's where you're heading. I love that distinction between the two. Intentions feel far more powerful. So just sitting with our intention. All you have to do is sit and receive. Reiki energy basically comes in through my crown chakra, and it funnels out through my hands when I'm doing an in-person session. I use my hands as well when I'm doing distant sessions. So if I'm doing a distant session with you, a lot of times I will use a stuffed animal. Sometimes I just use my leg, the top part of my leg, and I like envision a hologram of your body there. It works incredibly well. It's amazing. I do Reiki for animals as well. So if you have a furry friend who's having some issues, even if they're like emotional issues, they don't always have to be physical. And I might just mention end of life Reiki. What a beautiful, calming gift to somebody when they're getting ready to make their transition. Really pay attention to what you're feeling in your own body. A lot of times I will feel things in my body that have to do with somebody, typically, whoever's on my table at the time, that tells me something about what's going on in their body. Even on these lives, I'll get little tinges and hits. If you have like a sudden movement, like almost like a spasm or like, a jerk, or if your breath catches like something like that, a lot of times those are just little bundles of energy that are leaving your body, things that are being released. When I do Reiki, I always work on your chakras and really focus on removing any blockages to get that stuck energy moving again through your meridians and through your chakras. If you have any experiences, please share them if you're comfortable doing so. It's always interesting to me to see what people experience. Is there anybody here who's not feeling supported? I'm just feeling a lot of feelings in my lower back. A lot of times when that happens, it has to do with feeling supported. So if that is you, or you have those moments, just breathe through it. Breathe into that area and know that everything you need will be provided to you. The universe really does have your back. And Spirit wants to help. Angels want to help. Call on them when you need them. You're never, never, never alone. Although it feels like it sometimes, I know. Just remember who you are. You are divine. Good work, whoever. It just totally went away. That whole feeling. If you're just joining us, please set your intention for what you'd like healing around. And just receive. That's all you got to do. My name is Kerri Wade. My company is East Valley Healing, and I'm located in Chandler, Arizona, a suburb of Phoenix. I know I get people on here from all over the country, so if you're from somewhere else, tell me where you're from. Or even if you're from here, you can tell me. I've been doing Reiki since 2004. And I learned it because I had a friend, my very best friend, who was suffering from a horrible addiction. And I learned it because I wanted to help him so bad. And he got better, and he got worse. About a year later, he passed away. So part of my hero's journey was truly a 10-year dark night of the soul. I didn't know I was having a dark night of the soul, but I was. It took me a long time to work my way through that. And when I did, I re-engaged with Reiki in a whole new way, because I love it so much. But during those 10 years, I mostly just used it for myself, my animals, or would send it to people I knew who needed it. I feel so blessed to do this work. Excuse me. Again, my website is kerriwade.com. There's information about all the modalities I do, most of them anyway. A little bit about my story. How's everybody doing? Now those dark nights of the soul, they're really a bitch, aren't they? Seriously, they really are. In the end, though, I'm so grateful for mine. It changed my life. In some ways good, some ways not so good. I wouldn't be doing the work I'm doing today without it. So they are a blessing. Of course, they don't look like a blessing while you're in the middle of the muck. I swear, it's so weird every week when I glance at the clock to see how we're doing on time. It always says 7:26. Now that I've said that, it won't happen next week, I'm sure. Funny how that works. My hands are tingling, you guys. Tingle, tingle, tingle. I love it. Feels good. It's really good. So one of those 3 a.m. discussions, I guess you could call it, with Spirit that I was having this morning had to do with how we identify with what we do and start to believe that it's who we are. This is huge. A lot of us do this. I did it. You know, you're someone's mom, you're someone's daughter, you're someone's employee, you're someone's wife. And that becomes who you think you are. And that's what you do. It's not who you are. Who you are is a divine child of God, Spirit, universe, whatever you wish to call it. You are Spirit incarnate. And one of the real beauties of Yoga Nidra, I think the real thing I love so much about it is when you're in that deep state, you are resting as Spirit. You are resting as the container, not what's in the container. That's our stuff, our sadness, our relationships, our jobs. That's just all stuff in the container. But you are the container. And when you can be in that space of non-doing, just being, it's life-changing. Life-changing. So I'm going to bring the Reiki to a close. Thank you, thank you. And I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit, because it's like my favorite deck, by Colette Baron Reed. Postcards from Spirit. Beautiful messages. I need to keep track of which ones I pulled before. I'm always afraid I'm going to pull the same one. But you know what? If we do, I mean, it's something we need to hear again, right? So, energy of spirit and mind, yeah. Oh, Atlantis. Oh, I'll have to go back and read that. I can't see the whole thing. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Julie. Thank you for being here. So, postcard from Spirit. And if you're in some place where you can just close your eyes for a minute, I love to just listen to the message. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. Beautiful. Now with the ascension energies, things are speeding up, my friends. They're speeding up. So be very conscious of your thoughts, your emotions. We talked about this a few weeks ago, keeping our frequencies high. Because Dr. David Hawkins, not Stephen Hawkins, David R. Hawkins, he is the one who wrote the book Power versus Force, and he came up with a map of consciousness where he has a scale basically of our frequencies that are attached to different emotions that we have. And from the time we have a thought, within 17 seconds that thought becomes an emotion. Once the emotion sets in, we have 70 seconds until we actually start to manifest on that emotion. And so your emotions like fear, anger, grief, those are low vibration emotions. I'm not saying we're not going to have them. Of course we are. We're humans. The thing is to become conscious of them and switch them before you get to that 70-second manifestation mode. And so it's amazing stuff. You can Google map of consciousness and find the chart, and just becoming aware of your thoughts and those emotions that those thoughts lead to, and you know what you're creating from them. And things are speeding up. The card is absolutely right. Things are speeding up. And we are manifesting faster and faster and faster. So, you know, just be aware. Be aware and set your intentions in the direction you actually want to go. And stay on it. Just stay on it. Stay on it every day. Get back to it. Meditation. Meditation will change your life. Start small if you need to, 5 minutes. Do guided meditations if you need to, if you like that. Any time meditating each day is going to change your life, I promise you. We all have to have a gratitude list that we can go to, right? We cannot be feeling sad and sorry for ourselves if we are grateful in our heart. So, you know, those are my two biggest things, really. Gratitude and meditation. And you know, life's not all bad. It has its challenges, like 2 hours and 7 minutes of sleep. It's not enough for me, but that's okay. We powered through it, right? I actually feel more energized now than I did when I started. So that's a good thing. So peace and blessings. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday. Again, my website is kerriwade.com. My company is East Valley Healing. And I welcome your comments and shares. And thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Whether you're spending it with a loved one or you're spending it with a love furry one like I am, make the best of it, okay? Peace and blessings. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.